Have you ever wondered how it feels to live inside a mental institution? Well, let's embark on a journey back to October 1994. Picture a 16-year-old lad full of life and dreams, suddenly finding himself within the confines of a mental institution. The reason? A diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. But to understand this diagnosis, we need to delve a little deeper into the workings of the human brain. As puberty hits, some people's minds start producing an excess of dopamine more than their brains can handle. This was the case with our young protagonist. This overproduction led to delusions, irrational beliefs without any substantial reason. Delusions like thinking that the tires on a car were going to explode, triggering a chain reaction to blow up the world. Sounds outlandish, doesn't it? That's the power of delusions. They seem very real to the person experiencing them. Fast forward to the journey towards recovery, in a place called Oregon State Hospital. Contrary to popular belief, not everyone there was super crazy. Most were people dealing with their own problems, finding solace in medication and therapy. In fact, the hospital even had a school, Capitol High School. Our protagonist, despite his turmoil, managed to score an impressive 3.3 average on one of his report cards. Life inside the institution wasn't all gloom and doom. There were computers, albeit not as advanced as today's models, where they learned about fascinating things like email. There were movies to watch, soda machines, and payphones to call family. It was an experience, to say the least. Yet the plot thickens. 2 decades after leaving the institution, a shocking revelation surfaced. The initial diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia was incorrect. It was bipolar disorder with schizoaffective traits. Luckily, the same medication worked for both conditions. However, the journey was far from smooth. In the year 2000, feeling better and confident, the medication was discontinued for a year. A common misconception, feeling better doesn't mean the condition has disappeared. It's the medication doing its job. A year later, the meds were reinstated. This narrative doesn't end here. There's another tale, one from 2001, involving a local hospital's psych ward. But let's save that for another day. So, what's the takeaway from this story? Mental health is complex, often misunderstood, and the journey towards understanding and managing it is filled with ups and downs. But it's a journey worth taking, because everyone deserves to live a life free from the shadows of their own mind.